What is up, guys? Boris here, and today I'm coming to you guys with a One Piece tag video. Now, I was recently tagged by one of my good friends, Roger's Base, and I want to say thanks again for tagging me. This will really help out because I get these questions a lot on my Twitch streams almost on a daily basis, and hopefully this will make it a little bit less frequently asked, I guess, for some of these. So let's go ahead and get started. There's a lot of questions, like 21 questions, so let's go ahead and get started and go through these really quick. So, who is your favorite character and why? Now, I'm going to try not to overlap too much with Roger's base. We had a lot of similar answers to some of the questions. But if my favorite character, you guys know, a lot of you guys might know, is Trafalgar Law. This guy is a freaking beast. I was a big fan of him pre-time skip, and now I am definitely a fan of him post-time skip because of what he's done. I think it's a combination of his double fruit, his attitude, his crew, his ship. He uses a submarine, which is sort of really cool compared to what everyone else uses. There's a lot of cool things about him, and post time skip he's only gotten crazier and crazier and cool and cool. Man, this guy's a freaking beast. So, Trafalgar Law definitely my favorite character. If only I could pull him in Treasure Cruise, that would be awesome. But I still cannot get him. So, who's my favorite villain and why? My favorite villain is Blackbeard. It's definitely Blackbeard, and this will come up in some of the later questions. But Blackbeard is definitely my favorite villain. This guy is pretty much as nasty you can get, but you can tell that he's plotted so many things ahead of time, from getting his fruit to getting his crew together to all the way. I mean, this guy went from having nothing to becoming a Yonko. I mean, this guy planned it out and it worked, and it actually worked. And his schemes, they all came together at the end. So Blackbeard is freaking boss. I cannot wait to see what he has in the future. He has a lot of powerful people behind him. So what's my favorite quote or statement? Again, it comes back to Blackbeard. It's when Blackbeard is talking to Luffy for the first time, and Jaya, or the second time he talked about him with the pies first. But that speech that he does in what is it in Mocktown is one of my favorite moments. I love that. I love that speech, and it really does. I'll talk about it later because it comes up in some more questions. Who's my favorite female character? I'm gonna have to go with Koala. She's a beast as well. We saw what she could do during Dressrosa. I'm sure she could take on a lot of people by herself. The fact she has a really interesting backstory, and the Fishman Karate is no joke. So I definitely expect to see a lot more from her, and that's why she's my favorite. I can't wait to see what more she'll bring to the table. What's my favorite episode? My favorite episode is either the Celestial Dragon, where he punches Celestial Dragon. I love that episode so much. And then again, the Blackbeard speech at Mocktown. That's the one I've seen the most times out of any pretty much clip or scene. I love watching that scene, man. It gets me so hyped every single time. So let's see. What's my favorite? Oh, sorry, I skipped. What's my favorite fight? My favorite fight is at the Sabaody, where the three supernovas team up. That fight was incredible. It's so much hype. We recently learned that there was someone with the same bounty or a higher bounty than Luffy, and they had all these supernovas, and then they all meet up in one place, where the top three do, and then they all get to show off their abilities, and you see them sort of competing with each other in a sense. And we got to see Law's fruit for the first time, Kid's fruit for the first time, and it wasn't really a fight since it was pretty easy, but this really it was something that I wasn't expecting. I thought they would be rivals, they wouldn't really work together, but they worked together right off the bat, and it's very cool. I really enjoyed that, so I think I'm going to go with that one for my favorite fight. There's a lot of questions still. So, what's my favorite One Piece opening? My favorite One Piece opening is the most recent one, Hard Knock Days. I love playing that on stream and listening to that one, and also. I like all of them, to be honest. They're all good. They're all really good. What's your favorite movie or special or episode of? I like the episode of Luffy. That episode of Luffy was really good. And yeah, especially when you get to see like the sculptures of all the famous pirates. By that one, I don't know what the guy's name was, but you get to see Kobe as well, I believe. So, episode of Luffy is really good. I like a lot of the episodes though. The episodes of are all really good. Sabo's is pretty good too, actually. So that was up there as well. But yeah, episode of Luffy. Let's see, what is my favorite arc in One Piece? Sabaody. I love that arc. So many good moments, so many unexpected moments. Doesn't really feel like a One Piece arc. Feels like One Piece at its peak, in my opinion. Because it just has so many different things going on at the same time. It's pretty much like one. It's pretty much like what's going on right now in the manga. That's what I feel like with Sabaody. You had the supernovas. You had the Celestial Dragons, the Admiral. You had so many things going on, and then now you have again like so many things going on. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know what's gonna happen, and who knows how Zoe might end or whatever. So What's my favorite One Piece video game? One Piece Treasure Cruise, if you count that. If not, I was gonna say Burning Blood, man. Burning Blood is not out yet, but it's definitely my most anticipated game of 2015 or 2016. Sorry, so One Piece Burning Blood, especially with that gameplay as Gear 4th. It's gonna be pretty hype. If you were in a One Piece universe, whose crew would you join and why? Or Marines? Law's, dude, Law's crew is so freaking beast. Like I said, I'm a big fan of him. Was a big fan of his crew. He's a submarine. He's a doctor. Anything happens to me, he'll fix me up. You know, he's a limb. He'll put me back together. So yeah, he'll give me like a different artificial limb or whatever. So, what's the saddest One Piece moment? Definitely the Mary. Um, yeah, the when the Mary's like, you know, when it dies. Oh my god, dude, that scene is so sad. I'm trying to think of. There's another one that I was thinking of. What was it? Saddest moment. Oh, when Chopper tries to get the cure for Hero Luke, and he shows up all beaten and battered. I was really sad during that, man. I'm like, dang, like Chopper is my favorite Straw Hat, and you know that's one of the big reasons why, man. Um, let's see, what's the most shocking moment? The most shocking moment in One Piece is when he punched the Celestial Dragon. I did not expect that. That's why it's pretty much one of my favorite moments, one of my top 2 or 3 favorite moments. I didn't really expect it, right? And it's like that set off like a lot of things. You're like, hey, how's he gonna escape an admiral now? You know, there's gonna be an admiral on him. I don't know how he's gonna escape it, but it was really crazy, man. It was really crazy, and pretty much like it took Luffy to the extreme because like at that point I was like, I think this is as far as Luffy's gonna get. He's not gonna punch the Celestial Dragon, man. Like he's finally reached something that he can't do that he wants to do, and no, he did it anyway. So it was it was pretty cool. What's the funniest One Piece moment, and who is the funniest character? Funniest character, Chopper's actually the funniest character in my opinion when he does a little dance anytime he gets praised or whatever. And the funniest One Piece moment, that's a tough one. I don't know. Probably God Usopp when he's lifted up, and then there's like the ray of light that's shining down on him. That one is the most shocking, or the funniest one for sure, at least to me. What's the most? Oh, and when Chopper has the whistle on Skypiea, and one of the guys shows up. That's another good one. Let me see what else is here. Most memorable moment. The Blackbeard speech. What else? Law's speech at Punk Hazard. Ace versus Blackbeard. The end of Dressrosa, where you get all the commanders of Luffy's army. There's so many memorable. One Piece is all about memorable moments, man. That's like the best part about it. So there's too many to pick from. What is your favorite ability in One Piece? It's probably like it's probably Conqueror's Hockey. I want to learn more about it, and it's definitely something that we know is overpowered. We've seen Shanks, on Whitebeard's boat, and we've seen Luffy knock out a ton of pretty much an entire army. So I'm excited to learn more about Conqueror's Hockey. What is my favorite? Oh, sorry. Do you own any One Piece merchandise? Yeah, I do. I own. Actually, I have it right here. I have the box sets. I have the 2 box sets. I have like the 3 DVD box sets, like the huge ones. I got those for Christmas. I have a Chopper here. Actually, let me get Chopper real quick. I got Chopper. I got some figures. I got like Luffy, Law, Kid. I have a good amount of One Piece merchandise. I actually have the bag from the One Piece, the Mugiwara store in Japan. My friend went to Japan and got me some stuff from the Mugiwara store. So, do you prefer watching in sub or dub? Definitely sub, but like I said, I just got the DVDs. I'll be watching it in dub very soon. So, let's see. We're winding down. What is the number one thing you love most about One Piece? Number one thing I love about One Piece is that it's just the fact that Oda created this entire world that people like a lot of the people on YouTube, I guess, we can get together and talk about what's gonna happen. We know Oda's laid down these clues throughout the series, these sort of foreshadowing and these things that we can come together as a community and say, here's what we think can happen, and then we're like, no, I think this can happen. No, there's no way that's happening. And that's my favorite part, is being able to discuss it. Which pretty much there's almost no series like it, like that, where Oda literally lays down so many clues and so much foreshadowing as to what's going to happen, that and that the story's going to continue. And he everything he puts in there is for a reason. He's proven that time and time again. So that's my favorite thing about One Piece. I love talking about One Piece, man, with other people. And then what's the number one thing you hate most about One Piece? The number one thing I hate the most is, there's a lot of things I hate about it. It's my favorite series, but the thing I hate about it, I mean, there are things I hate about it. Some characters, pretty much some of the characters I feel could have a lot of potential, and then they're just like end up being like just crappy. Like Rebecca. Rebecca had so much potential to be a like a badass Coliseum fighter, female. Like with a, I was like, dang man. Like when I first saw Rebecca, I'm sure you guys thought the same thing. When you first saw Rebecca, I'm like, dang man, this is gonna be like a great character. I can't, but she's gonna rival Luffy. And no, she ended up being such a crappy character, man. So that's probably what I hate about One Piece. Some of the characters just so bad. There's not really too much character development either for the characters. They tend to be, they're not as static as there are in some other series, but for the most part they're pretty static. So I wish that Luffy would show a little bit more like development. Usopp would not be as cowardly anymore. Stuff like that. That's what I primarily hate about One Piece. And then does any One Piece? Oh, and the animation. You're talking about the anime. Does a One Piece take #1 spot in your top 10 anime? It's definitely my favorite anime. So. I love it. It's my #1. But if I'm talking about like what are like my, in terms of like non-subjective. If you're talking about like what my top are, it's definitely my top 10 by far. But it's I put like Hunter x Hunter, Fullmetal Alchemist. Hunter x Hunter, man, is like the pinnacle of shonen to me. So I really love Hunter x Hunter. But when it comes to my favorites, One Piece will always be #1. Unless some ridiculously, crazy anime comes out that rivals that sort of world building that One Piece has, One Piece will probably always be #1. So that's it. That's 11 minutes, not bad. 21 questions. Let me know what some of your guys' answers to these questions are. I'm putting my hand over the mic. Also, let me tag some people. I'm going to tag the homies. I'm going to tag the homies. So, yeah, King Recon, Legend Mac, Anime Fan Talk. Moose doesn't have a channel, so I won't tag him. I need 2 more, right? Crap, 2 more. Let's tag some other homies. What about Porgas Uchiha? Let's go, Porgas. I know. I don't even know if he watched. I seem he watches One Piece. And then who else should we tag? We'll tag one last person. I can't think of the last person to tag. I don't know. Oh, Princeton. We'll tag Princeton. Princeton Production. There you go. So I'll tag the homies. And sorry if I missed out. Sorry if I left out anyone else. But yo, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. And until next time, peace.